doing too many things at once, which is pretty much what I do anyway, still, but I have now learned how to slow my brain down. And a lot of us are on autopilot. Give me 1 second. I need to make sure that this is recording on all the platforms. Woo, woo. Okay, cool. So hi, welcome. Yes, wonderful to see you guys all here. For those of you that don't know, I have a YouTube page and a Patreon page, which I will be doing some really beautiful special things for all my Patreon people. And so today my whole thing was, what is going to be the most useful information for people today at this time? And I was going into this a little bit earlier, but I didn't press record on the YouTube, so I'm just going to mention it real quick. But it was growing up, whenever I would make mistakes in school and I would know the information, like I'd look at my test and be like, why did I get this score? I knew all this information is because I was going way too fast. So today in my meditation and when I came out, I said, what is it going to be helpful for you guys to know? So this is it. And I opened up the page to flight or fight. So this is part of your natural instincts. It's part of our lizard brain. And I have this cute little thing in my book. This is the fight or flight. It's kind of blasting it out. It's basically like the fight or flight, which I call it the FOF. It's basically our lizard brain reacts to stress like it's a life or death situation. And that's what fight or flight is. So to survive the millions of years that humans have been on this planet, we developed this fight or flight reaction, and I call it the FOF. And it's controlled by our autonomic parasympathetic nervous system. So the fight or flight response causes the physiological chain reaction in the body that starts the moment that we perceive a danger that threatens our survival. So if a lion was chasing you, your FOF would kick in and you could instantly run faster than you ever have before. You'd be more agile, you'd be more swift to react, and quick thinking. So it shoots this cortisol into your body. So what happens to your body during the FOF response, the flight or flight response? So the nervous system causes your adrenals to release the hormones, adrenaline, noradrenaline, and cortisol into your bloodstream, which increases your heart rate and it raises your blood pressure. So in modern times, this system still kicks in when we're stressed or when we're encountering a difficult situation, even though most of us don't have to run from lions anymore. There's a reason why doctors say stress kills, because it does. When you're stressed, your body goes into this flight or fight, and your body actually starts to degenerate, deteriorate. So a person who is constantly stressed out may be in this FOF state all the time. Having this high level of cortisol streaming through your veins all the time lowers your immune system, decreases your bone density, causes inflammation and weight gain, increases your cholesterol, and puts you at risk for heart disease. Who wants that? Unfortunately, our FOF is sometimes triggered when our ego feels threatened. And it reacts the exact same way, as if we were about to be eaten by a lion. Only the difference now is that the body may release adrenaline and cortisol when we encounter something as simple as another person saying something that hurts our feelings. So Earlier in my book, I talk about getting, like, know yourself, and it goes through all of these ways in which you can know yourself. And one of these things that is one of the most important things to know is when your body is in this FOF state. And it's important to be able to recognize when your natural FOF response springs into action. Give me a second. By the way, this is the most delicious coconut water. It's purple. It's amazing. So good. So do not let your ego trigger your FOF response and cause you sickness in your body, or limit what's possible for you and your future. So in my book, I talk about techniques that actually can interrupt this FOF response. You know, most people can't see beyond the FOF response because they're not even aware that it's even happening. Some may even be aware that it happens, but they might not know how to manage it or even what it looks like exactly to get a hold on it. So when a situation triggers our ego or an unresolved trauma, your FOF kicks right in, making it very difficult to see past those feelings of anxiety or anger or panic so that you can actually see the big picture. And I talk about big picture thinking in chapter 9. So right now, this is actually chapter 4 in the Nurturing Awareness chapter. So we do fall victim to our natural responses. It's part of our life, and it creates unnecessary suffering until we gain awareness of our reactions. You know, we're creatures of habit and routine. So the tools in this book are to help you not fall victim to your own natural automatic responses and create new habits of awareness so that you may nurture the exact life that you want to live. Choosing to not react when you're in this flight or fight state gives you time to acquire the tools or knowledge to respond intelligently and then make a well-informed decision in a situation that may feel highly emotional or scary. So something that has already happened cannot be changed. And well, but the present moment is not the past. And you have to be aware of this so that you can get out of the trap that your brain's automatic responses are, and then make space for a new response in this present moment. Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you guys are joining. So lovely to have you guys here. I miss you guys. So this is all part of our ability to choose. And this is part of our nature that we can choose this part, and it's a wonderful thing to be aware of. With more awareness, you may choose to react from your heart or a deeper willingness and intelligence instead. When you take every upsetting situation at face value and don't investigate your natural reactions, you will experience unnecessary suffering. And that's where most of us go wrong. So when we have an awareness around it, we can choose something different or better, which I talk about in chapter 7 in my chapter called Choose Powerfully. So I'm not asking you to not feel your emotions or to just blow off bad feelings by brushing them under the rug. What I'm asking you to do is actually very, very different. And I'll go into this a little bit more as we progress through my book, guys, my book, countdown. I would love all of your support May 21st to buy my book, and please share with your friends and family to buy my book on May 21st. Don't buy it until then, guys. Don't buy it until then. So I'll put all the links for you guys down in the comments below. And I'd love for you to comment on your favorite part of this video as well. So I'd like to share one other thing with you as well, just because I'm feeling like this would be helpful. So a really great way to not get in the old trip or trap of the FOF is to slow down your brain. And, I'll go into this next little chapter here. So, we live in this fast-paced world with a click now mentality, and we're getting technology devices handed to us at a very young age. We don't even have time to talk on the phone anymore, let alone drop by to visit each and every family and friend like we used to. Using full words or phrases in speech or text takes time, and it feels like a chore. In our verbal speech, we use abbreviations such as TMI and LOL. And some of us even abbreviate small 2 or 3 letter words due to this feeling of not having enough time. Replacing words like for with the number 4, or BE with just the letter B. Or instead of see that over there, just put a letter C. Since everything is speeding up in the world, it is integral to slow down your mind and listen to your heart so you can see straight. When I was a kid, if I strolled by a friend's house and it looked like they were home, I would stop and visit. And I took my time, never rushing, and my mom never worried about me. Seems like the world is speeding up the older that we get. And time especially flies when we're having fun. We have new gadgets to help us do things quicker and more efficiently, and all of it right now. It's important to not get caught up in the I need everything right now mentality, so that you can have a clear understanding of what's really going on in this present moment, as well as the proper mindset to plan your actions accordingly. We can access different parts of ourselves by changing the speed of our brain waves. Some of you guys are like, what is she saying? But it's true. Your brain regulates everything, and to regulate your brain, you can do it through meditation, through breath, through movement. You can do all these different things. And so that's part of why I wanted to write this book, is share all this information with you. So our brains have 5 different states. We've got the delta, theta, alpha, beta, and gamma, each with a very distinct purpose to help us behave, think, move, and process the world that we live in. And we also have the ability to modulate and vacillate between these waves for optimal growth. How good we get at moving between wave states determines how well we cope with daily stress, rational or irrational thoughts, or performing any task at hand, really. When I was a kid, I was either having a brain fart or a brain freeze, and both which cuts off access to my memory, and I wouldn't even be able to complete my sentence or regurgitate the information requested. My brain was always moving faster than my mouth. I was not able to regulate my brain waves. So within these different brainwave states, we've got the gamma, that's between 30 and 100 hertz. And the gamma frequency is the fastest, and it's associated with bursts of insight and high-level information processing. So seasoned meditators and, such as like Buddhist monks have been reported to experience gamma waves well into 200 hertz and 300 hertz, which is insane. And they originally said that no one can ever go more than 100 hertz until these Buddhist monks. And we got the beta waves, that's between 12 and 30 hertz. And the beta waves are present in normal everyday consciousness, where people are alert and they're able to use logic and critical thinking. Higher levels of this translate into stress, anxiety, and restlessness. And this is also where the inner critic lives. Then we have the alpha, and that one is between 7.5 and 12 hertz. And alpha brainwaves are actually present when you are deeply relaxed or daydreaming, and it's usually with your eyes closed. And you can go into this state when you take a bath or a relaxing shower or when you lay down for bed. You can access this relaxed, detached awareness of your subconscious mind through light meditation. And when you're in this alpha state, it's an optimal time for reprogramming the old ticker. So you can reprogram your brain with new thoughts or mantras, which I like to do in my meditations. And y'all should take one of my meditation classes when you get a chance. It's for you. It's for you, which is really for the world. So higher levels of the alpha waves heighten your imagination and your visualization, your memory, and your learning, which also is your concentration. And this is the state that I use for most of my visualizations. Then we have theta, 4 to 7.5 hertz. And you achieve this through both light and deep meditation, as well as REM dream sleep. So this is the state in which you can consciously heal yourself or others. I have several friends who are theta healing practitioners, and it always amazes me how effective their work is. And we all have this ability to access this state where we all are healers. We're all healers. We're all psychic. We all have these abilities. And until we get present with our own true inner power, we will always be a slave and a victim. And I just want anything but those things for you, which is why I wrote my book. Anyhow, the theta state is actually the silent realm of your subconscious mind, and where you can experience the oneness with the universe and a deep spiritual connection. Vivid visualizations, great inspiration, profound creativity, intuition, as well as your mind's deep-seated programs reside here. And you can access this state through certain types of breath work as well. Take one of my classes online, and you can go to polarliving.com to sign up for those. I use the theta state when I'm working with my clients, and also when I'm working with quantum healing. Then we got the delta. No, it's not the airlines, guys. It ain't the airlines, peeps. So delta is 0.5 to 4 hertz, and this is the slowest of the waves. And this puts us into our deepest relaxation so that our bodies can get restorative sleep. So this is where your awareness is completely detached, and your unconscious mind, the universal mind, and collective consciousness lie. And this state is often achieved by monks because they practice meditation all day long. Although they have the ability to go even lower according to the new studies. And in this state, you can actually regulate your body temperature and other bodily functions. You can master matter, levitate, etc. So we have several cycles of this state in a full night's sleep, and our brains secrete DMT during this time. There are these cool photographs of these monks sitting in snow meditating, and all the snow around them is completely melted. And it's just amazing what they can do. I don't know if you've seen pictures of the Buddha as well, but this is also the state where they have achieved the rainbow body as well. Meditation is one of the best ways to harness your brain waves. It's one of the most powerful tools to gain control of your brainwaves and your daily experiences, to decrease suffering and to increase awareness. And there's many ways to go about meditating. You can meditate instead of medicate to alleviate pain. And you can train your mind to do anything, especially if you practice meditation regularly. It has been my salvation. So I thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for listening to me reading my book. I would appreciate your support in buying my book May 21st. That's not this coming Friday, but the next one, May 21st. It's my birthday wish to become a bestseller, and please join the Facebook book launch page and invite all your friends. I'm looking forward to many more of these readings with you guys and coming to a local town near you guys. Peace and blessings to you all. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to serve. Thank you for the opportunity. Blessings, y'all. Now I just gotta see what's going on here. I don't know how to do this. It says